Alright everyone, happy Tuesday and a big special welcome to all of the new people who have jumped aboard over the past 24 hours or so. We got a hell of a lot of new viewers, new subscribers yesterday. So hello, this is Celtic AM. We put out videos early in the morning, Monday to Friday. The aim is to get them out at 7 AM. Sometimes it's a little bit later, like yesterday when I've got a bit more editing to do. But yeah, great to have you on board. It was a bumper video yesterday. So much to chat about. Managed to somehow cram it into just under half an hour. But the wonder of Scottish football and Celtic is that there's always new stuff happening that we can get our teeth into. And we're going to do just that today. Now yesterday, in the midst of that hectic video, I did spend a little bit of time looking at the potential post-split fixtures Celtic could be looking at. I explained why I think this is going to happen. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that all again. However, this is my prediction, a little reminder. Obviously not in order there, but I believe we'll be looking at certainly Rangers and Hearts at Celtic Park. And I think they'll flip the match against Dundee. We are due to go to Dens Park, but I think they'll change that to Celtic Park. And we'll be sent to Kilmarnock, and St Mirren as well. In terms of when we'll actually find out the confirmed post-split fixtures, reports yesterday, I think from the Daily Record and STV, among others, that the SPFL are going to hold off until after Dundee versus Rangers this midweek before they announce and confirm the fixtures. Now, the top six and the bottom six are already known for sure. Dundee versus Rangers can't change that. Both Dundee and, of course, Rangers will be in the top six. But it seems to me like they're just holding off to get the full picture before they make their decisions. And I'm guessing that, again, this desire to avoid any potential scenario where a Celtic Rangers match could be a deciding fixture in terms of, actually declaring who is title winners. Avoiding that seems to be something that's quite important to them. And there is a pretty remote scenario where if Dundee were to beat Rangers this midweek and then Rangers were to lose their next league match and we were to win our next league match, then we would be able to beat them at Celtic Park to win the league. Now obviously that's not going to happen because that would mean Rangers would have lost, I think, 4 league matches in a row at that stage, and as bad as they are, I don't think that's going to happen. But it seems like they're just going to wait and get all the facts in before announcing the fixtures, which is a bit frustrating because you want to know, but we've not really got any option other than waiting. It's strange how they have such a desire to stop these, potential title-winning derby matches when we literally had one back in 2018 when we beat Rangers 5-0 to win the league, and that seemed to pass off without any real incident. And that did have away fans in attendance at that as well. But anyway, that's what's happened. We're thinking Thursday, or possibly even as late as next week. I doubt even the SPFL would take that long because teams will want to be able to announce the fixtures and sell tickets. I know there's no league fixtures this weekend, but it is only, 10 days away. So they should be announcing it as soon as possible. Certainly shouldn't go into next week. By the way, on Dundee versus Rangers, again, I guess this is relevant to ourselves given that we're in a tight title race and it could be an interesting match. The game will be played this midweek. Now, Dens Park will actually be assessed this morning. They're going to take the weather forecast into account as well. And if it's not good to go or unlikely to be good to go for the match tomorrow night, the game will be moved to St Johnstone's McDiarmid Park. Now that stadium is all set up for VAR, unlike Tannadice. I guess that's one of the main reasons why they've not just gone across the road or down the road to Tannadice. And I'm also guessing there's a pretty high chance that the game will end up being played in Perth. I just think that the SPFL, the one scenario they will be desperately trying to avoid here is, giving it the go-ahead at Dens, and then, they get to Wednesday afternoon and suddenly, we're not sure about this. Because I think a certain club in Glasgow would probably not take that too well. I mean, they don't take many things well, but that's beside the point. Yeah, basically, I think the game will probably end up going ahead in Perth. But regardless, it's going to happen this midweek. The good news for us is we can just sit back with our feet up and watch it and know that even if Rangers win the game, they can't go top of the league. The best they can do is a point behind us, and we'll have played the same amount of games at that stage. So that's how big the weekend was there. Dundee versus Rangers this midweek. It will happen either in Dundee or Perth. We'll get post-split fixtures very soon after that, hopefully. And Scottish Cup this weekend. It's actually crept up on me a little bit. I don't know if you're the same, that we're in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. I think because there's been such a focus on the league, and because none of our 3 Scottish Cup ties so far have been particularly memorable. I guess the Livingston game was decent enough, but there's just been such a focus on winning the league that suddenly, wow, we're in the semi-final. It's this weekend and we're up against an Aberdeen team who couldn't even make the top 6 of the Premiership to get to the final. That's one of 2 games this weekend. As we see, Aberdeen, they are the home team officially for this game at Hampden. Saturday, 12:30 kick-off. The game is on Premier Sports and BBC One Scotland. It'll be the same for the final, should we get there. And then, about 27 hours later or so, Rangers versus Hearts, also at Hampden, a 3 o'clock kick-off for that one. Plenty of talk online for a good while now about the ticket situation for this match. Celtic have done not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 different phases of tickets, which to me suggests that Aberdeen have returned a fair amount of their own briefs, to use a tabloid expression. A reminder that this is a game that Aberdeen wanted a 50-50 split for. They made a big song and dance about wanting that, and were frustrated at the SPFL giving them just 19,000 tickets for the match. Well, it seems very much like they haven't sold close to that. Who would have thought, The Aberdeen website actually has this kind of handy graphic. Now, this is the initial split, which was shared by Aberdeen and shows their 19,000 or so seats in red. Now, the Don's ticket website currently only allows you to buy tickets in the P section, which are these ones, I'm terrible explaining things, along the side of the pitch here. You can hopefully see the P ones. The main stand, or the south stand, as they call it. Also, the Q ones, which are the ones way up here in the second tier, or the top tier of the main stand, and also in this A block, which is the red and white stripes. So you can see at the top, it's the family area. So those are actually the only section you can buy tickets for in the Aberdeen end. You can't get anything further round than that family section. And that, to me, suggests that Celtic fans will be certainly in a big part of that. And it could look something more like this. Yeah, suddenly becomes much more like a home match for us. And we've seen that in games against the Dons at Hampden in the past, semi-finals, even finals. And it will at least mean that the stadium is pretty full, with a crowd of, I reckon, 45,000 or so likely. So a big Celtic support expected. The official team is also out for this match. The referee is Don Robertson. The assistant refs are Graham Stewart and Stephen Traynor. Fourth official, David Dickinson. On VAR, yes, VAR is of course in use, Greg Aitken. And assistant VAR is Andrew McWilliam. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to this weekend and getting a little bit of a break from the league. there's obviously, pressure this weekend, and like if we go a goal behind, we're all going to be biting our fingernails and all of that stuff, and the crowd will be getting involved, and all of that stuff. I mean, it's not a pre-season friendly this week, but I think it will be slightly different. It'll be like a different feeling, just away from the absolute all-encompassing pressure we've felt for every league game recently. I think this weekend's an opportunity for the team to go and really put a good performance in, build on what they've done recently, and get everyone going. If we get through to a cup final, we can then park that until after the league is over, and at least have something to look forward to at the end of the season, at the very least. So, it's a big event this weekend. It's going to be a big crowd at Hampden Park. I'm just really looking forward to seeing the team back at Hampden. It's been a wee while. We've not been there yet this season. I think Inverness Cup final last year would be the last time we played at Hampden. So it'll be good. Obviously plenty of build up to be done. I'll be continuing this tomorrow, hopefully. And Stevie on as well. Probably not tomorrow. Hopefully try and get Stevie on in Thursday's video. But lots happening. Celtic quietly going about their business, and a big game to look forward to this weekend.